Greetings and salutations, one and all. Welcome to the night shift. How you doing? It's a brand new Tuesday night, and you know how Tuesday night goes. It's Healthy Love Night. How you doing, one and all? I want to say big ups to each and everyone locked in right now. Those on TuneIn Radio, those on locked in on the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew on TuneIn. Those across the pond locked in on One Harmony Radio. Top of the morning to you. Those listening wherever you're listening from. WGLRO, One Harmony Radio, PEMGTV.com. Right here at the home of the night shift, KevinStew.com. Any of the affiliates. Welcome to the night shift. It's Healthy Love Night right here. And this is how we're kicking it off. A little Deville. The track is called Kryptonite. Yeah, come on, just love me. What better thing is there to do on a Healthy Love Night? I want to say thanks to Pulse Media Group, sponsors of this segment of the show. When being in a moment is priceless, you want to give them a link. 754-999-6020. They can give you a moment just like mine right here that you're watching right here on KevinStew.com. They can host your site. And they can give you streaming capabilities. They're not going to provide you with the internet. That's gonna provide you the means to stream on it. So if you're into broadcasting the way that I do, Pulse Media Group is a solution for you. 754-999-6020 or visit them at pulseemg.com. Tell them DJ Kevin Stew sent you. There it is. If those of you who didn't write it down. So, with it being Healthy Love Night, you know there's something addictive that we're gonna be talking about. Like, you know, with a song like this, it could only be something addictive. something weakening. Not necessarily something addictive, but something weakening. So if you are that kryptonite, then tonight's show is about you. Welcome to 02. Inviting you to call a friend, tell a friend. It's a night shift. 773-789-STEW gets you in touch. 773-789-7839. Numbers to call, numbers to text to get you in touch. Live and in living color right here on the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. Healthy Love Night. And if you're out of state, if you're, when I say state, I mean the United States in this case. And you can't just pick up your phone and send a text, or, most places you can text. But you can't just pick up your phone and call, and you have something to say. Well, don't worry about it. There's Skype. So Skype me, Kevin.stew, or send me an email. But always, always, always go to kevinstew.com and jump in the stew pot. It's our interactive portal. That's where we keep things bubbling. Come on in, the water is always fine. kevinstew.com, the stew pot. Everybody else call it a chat room, but we're fancy over here, so we call it the stew pot. Come on in. All right? Tonight, we're talking about vaping. And for, I don't even know how long now. And it may be longer than I think it has been. But vaping has been touted as the alternative to smoking. And it has also been touted as the safer alternative. But here it is, and I'm gonna let me read this article to you. An adult older than 40 from Tulare County has died from complications related to using an electronic cigarette, and health officials confirmed this Monday evening. It's Healthy Love Night. That means it's a Tuesday right here. So if this was yesterday, so I'm not bringing you stale news. This was confirmed yesterday. This happened yesterday. He died yesterday. Now, with sadness, we report that there has been a death of a Tulare County resident suspected to be related to the severe pulmonary injury associated with vaping. Dr. Karen Hart, Tulare County Public Health Officer, said in a statement. The Tulare County Public Health Branch would like to warn all residents that any use of e-cigarettes poses a possible risk to the health of the lungs and can potentially cause severe lung injury that may even lead to death. Long-term effects of vaping on health are unknown. Anyone considering vaping should be aware of the suspicious potential risk associated with vaping. A doctor had been treating the person who had a history of vaping for the past several weeks for a pulmonary respiratory illness, said Tammy Weicker Adkins, a public information officer at Tulare County Health and Human Services Agency. The person had other complicating health issues, but was being treated for the vaping-related illness, she said. The article goes on. The person's death comes as an increasing number of cases of lung disease associated with e-cigarettes are being reported across the county. Well, across the country. One LA County resident who was older than 55 and had other chronic health issues died recently from a severe lung illness believed to be caused by vaping. Health officials confirmed in early September. At least 12 other LA County residents have been hospitalized with e-cigarette related issues. The California Department of Public Health has identified 70 potential cases of acute lung disease among people with a recent history of vaping, some of whom vaped unlicensed and unregulated cannabis products, beginning in late June, according to the agency. Now, as of Wednesday, well, of course, it's not tomorrow. As of Wednesday, 380 cases of lung illnesses associated with use of e-cigarette products have been reported to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. All patients have a reported history of e-cigarette product use, and no consistent evidence of an infectious cause has been discovered, according to the CDC. The suspected cause is a chemical exposure. On Monday, Governor Gavin Newsom announced plans to crack down on illicit e-cigarettes and launch a public awareness campaign about the dangers of vaping amid the outbreak. The outbreak has resulted in public health officials urging the public to stop vaping until they've determined what is sickening people across the country. I just want people to be aware that there's a risk associated with vaping, and that we do not have an explanation for exactly how, but we know inhaling any unknown chemical products in your lungs is not healthy, said Hart. I didn't make it up. That is the news as it was presented. That's an article. And anybody can go ahead and search for the article online. In another article, it says California man dies in 7th vaping-related illness as CDC steps up e-cig probe. This one was another late-breaking news article. And yeah, I'll give you this one too. A California man has become the 7th person to die from a vaping-related illness in the United States as the nation's leading health agency activates emergency operations to better investigate the outbreak of lung injuries associated with e-cigarettes. California will launch a $20 million ad campaign to warn against the dangers of vaping, Governor Gavin Newsom announced on Monday, the same day health officials said a 40-year-old had died over the weekend from complications related to using e-cigarettes. See, more than one agency is presenting the same information. So, am I making it up? No. Can you find it also? Yes. If you don't believe me, go ahead and look it up yourself. Vaping-related illnesses recently killed another person in California, plus one person each in Kansas, Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota, and Oregon. And these were officially reported. In light of the outbreak of lung injuries, the U.S. Centers for Disease Control activated its Emergency Operations Center. The agency announced researchers are looking into 380 cases of lung illnesses associated with the use of e-cigarettes in 36 states and the Virgin Islands. So there is a mass investigation into e-cigarettes and their health effects. Now, I know I have talked about this before on this show, and I had asked the question, okay, how do we know that this is such a safe alternative? Yeah, it's vapor that you're inhaling into your lungs. Okay, cool. But something is just doesn't add up about it. So secondhand smoke risk has, I guess, reduced, but has the danger to the individual, the primary person using the e-cigarette, has the danger not been reduced but changed, and changed in such a way that it is accelerated in how it affects the individual, the user. California will focus on spreading the word about vaping risks while also boosting enforcement efforts on counterfeit products and weighing stricter package warning rules. The state also will investigate tax policy regarding vaping pods. A pack of cigarettes carries a tax of $2.87, while a Juul pod, for example, gets only $1.48 tax. So, kickbacks, maybe? The intent of the investigation is to substantially increase taxes to those products, said Newsom, who included the measures is an executive order he said is needed because of a lack of legislative efforts. Okay, so how was this put in place before? What happened to all? I would think that it being an alternative to cigarettes, that the same levels of taxation that has been afforded to cigarettes would be afforded to this product. Are they saying that they made it more available as an incentive to move away from cigarettes? As for the flavored e-cigarettes, they should be banned, Newsom said, adding that he could not add that parameter to his order, though he didn't explain why. Let's just dispense with any niceties. Sorry, let's just dispense with any niceties, he said. You don't have any bubblegum flavored, mango flavored tobacco products unless you're trying to target an audience that you are losing. Which audience is that? The young people. The Trump administration is working to ban flavored e-cigarettes as health officials warn they're too appealing to teens. Tobacco companies claim flavored e-cigarettes help adults quit traditional cigarettes. So, catch 22? The latest California victim had been sick for several weeks after he suffered severe pulmonary injury associated with vaping. The Tulare County Public Health Branch would like to warn all residents that any use of e-cigarettes poses a possible risk to the health of the lungs and can potentially cause severe lung injury that may even lead to death. I guess they can't emphasize that enough. But think about it. Adding anything unnatural to your body, doesn't that accelerate the expiration time? That's a nice way to put it, right? It only makes sense. Long-term effects of vaping on health are unknown. Anyone considering vaping should be aware of the serious potential risk associated with vaping. And is that printed on any of the packaging related to vaping? At least on cigarettes, you consume a pack, you buy a new pack, there's a warning label on the pack. when it comes to vaping, you buy your e-cigarette, and whatever instructions or warnings that come with the e-cigarette, you pretty much lose that after you open the package, right? I don't know. I don't have any, but I've never used it. Well, quite possibly because I don't smoke. But if there's nothing to remind you that there's a danger, where is the reminder going to come from? Um, the first death identified as related to vaping was announced in August when the Illinois Department of Public Health released a statement saying the person had been hospitalized with severe respiratory illness after recently vaping. Cases of vaping related illnesses have been identified in 11 counties, the agency confirmed. One person in Oregon who had recently vaped products containing cannabis purchased at a dispensary died in July, according to a statement released in early September by the Oregon Health Authority. So that's an official statement that was put out. The symptoms the patient suffered were similar to at least 200 cases in a national cluster that was mostly affecting teenagers and young adults. Dr. Ann Thomas, public health physician at OHA's Public Health Division, said, "We do not yet know the exact cause of the illnesses, whether they are caused by contaminants, ingredients in the liquid, or something else, such as the device itself." Another death related to vaping was identified on September 6 by health officials in Indiana. The patient was older than 18 and died of a severe lung injury linked to a history of e-cigarette use. So at least smokers smoke for a couple decades, and then you hear of them suffering from a respiratory illness or lung cancer or something. But e-cigarettes have not been around for that long. And if you're a young adult, how long would you have been using e-cigarettes? The same day, the Minnesota Department of Health, said a patient who was over 65 had died in August after a long and complicated hospitalization. The patient had a history of underlying lung disease and suffered a severe lung injury associated with vaping THC products. Minnesota State epidemiologist Dr. Ruth Linfield said in a news release. Within a week, 2 more deaths were announced in Los Angeles County and Kansas. The Kansas patient was over 50 and had a history of underlying health issues with symptoms that quickly progressed. The Kansas Department of Health and Environment said in a statement, and what type of products the patient had used was not known. Dr. Lee Newman, Department of Health and Environment Secretary, said, "It's time to stop vaping. If you or a loved one is vaping, please stop." The recent deaths across our country, combined with hundreds of reported in lung injury cases, continue to intensify. So it's not like it's a random case. It's not like it's a one-off thing. It's happening all over the country. And it's a real issue. What do we really know about vaping? Who is being targeted mostly? And again, you look at these flavored e-cigarettes. A grown person is not going to really want to go for flavor. They're going to want to go for what they're looking for, that nicotine fix, right? But again, is this alternative truly safe? And how do you define safe? If you're going to be dying within 3 to 5 years of using the product, I don't think that really falls into the safe category. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be misguided. Somebody can tell me otherwise. But I don't believe that really falls into the safe category. And more people have been using e-cigarettes with THC products because it is considered to be a safer alternative. But with the number of respiratory illnesses related to e-cigarettes increasing across the nation, is it such a recommended alternative? And how many people have been really hearing about these issues? How much of a statement is being made? How impactful is that statement? Until I came across this information, I can't say that I heard much about anything related to anybody cracking down on or speaking out against e-cigarettes and highlighting the dangers of e-cigarettes. I can't say that I've heard anybody talking about it. Is it because where I live there aren't that many reported cases? Should that even matter? Does it have to come to South Florida for there to be an awareness of it? Listen, if nobody is talking about it right now, let's start talking about it. I know people near and dear that use e-cigarettes. The first thing I'm looking into is gathering as much information as possible to say, here, you decide for yourself what you're going to do. I'm going to give you the information, you take it, you apply it as you see fit. But I'll tell you this, I don't want to see you become one of these statistics. Are you doing that for the people in your little section of this world? For the people who are in your circle, are you doing it for them? If not, well, maybe you need to start looking into the same information and presenting it to them. Not because you want to control what they're doing, but because you care. We're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we talk some more. It's Healthy Love. We're looking at vaping. Is it really the safe alternative? What are the risks? It's Healthy Love, right here on the night shift. Call a friend, tell a friend, come back and join us. We'll be right back.
Quality Media Group, innovative streaming and recording, has done it again. A new way to get your business in full view of your neighborhood consumer through AdShare TV. It's available in your neighborhood today. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. Become a host today and place a TV monitor in a strategic location so it's easy to see. Get a 1-minute video ad or longer that plays anywhere in our network. Can't be a host? No problem. For a few dollars, we'll run your 30-second video ad. A host can run announcement specials like buy one get one free or discount ads. Let's turn your flyers into a 30-second video with music. or a voiceover, or let us create and run your video ad with a spokesperson. Take advantage of our early enrollment discount. Join us today. Your ad will be seen at least 30 times per day in your AdShare TV neighborhood. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. AdShare TV, part of Pulse Media Group.
Are you crazy about the music industry? You aspire to hit it big in music? Or maybe you've sweated out a soulful killer beat and are now stuck finding it's not as easy as it looked. Oh, but it can be easy for you with JTMC. We've been there, we know how it feels, so we solve challenges like production, promotion, marketing, branding and development, and more. With over 30 years of experience, JTMC is a one-stop shop for artists. We handle your graphic design, writing services, PR, as well as event planning, e-blasts, artist management, and bookings, so also your website and social media needs as well. We're experts in using creativity to persuade audiences on behalf of artists, drawing on our diverse experience to create projects that connect with audiences intellectually and emotionally. Artist success is everything to us, and our years of experience and commitment will be behind you for every one of your needs. If you've got music for the world to hear, whether you're a new or established artist, visit us at jtmcenterprise.com.
Just want to remind you that this month's featured item, courtesy of Jillian J, is this blue and green necklace, bracelet, and earring set. And you can visit jillianj.com or email or call. Email jmarie@jillianj.com or call 954-281-2587 to see and ask about this set that is the featured set for September, courtesy of Jillian J. I want to also make mention of the hurricane relief support that is being put on at Crave, and what they're doing is making Crave Lounge a supply center. You go a donation center, sorry. You go make your donations at Crave, drop off your hurricane relief supplies, and this week is the as well, last time I spoke to management at Crave, they said they're doing it up until the end of this week. So you want to go ahead and drop off your hurricane relief supplies there if you're getting involved with that. Also, the Jamaican Youth Link Up is happening in the South Florida Link Up. For those here in South Florida, October 3rd, 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. That's Thursday, October 3rd. So in a few weeks, that's coming up. So go ahead and RSVP at jayouthlink.eventbrite.com. So just go on Eventbrite and look for JA Youth Link Up, courtesy of Global Jamaica Youth. And you can follow that group on social media at Global JA Youth, and all your major social media links. Just go in there, search for them, and follow them. It is brought to you courtesy of Global Jamaican Diaspora Youth Council in partnership with Commissioner Yvette Goulburn and Consulate General Oliver Mayer. Okay, so, and our Consulate General will be on the night shift on Monday. He couldn't have made it last night, so he is, all being well, going to be on this Monday's show. And coming up this weekend, Saturday, September 21, at 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Broad County Library at Pine Island and Broward Boulevard in Plantation, Florida, is the Jamaican Women of Florida, their presentation of cannabis. Let's talk about it. It is a forum, and in this, there's also going to be vendors on site that you can talk to about their products. You definitely do not want to miss that. I plan to be there myself, so go ahead and check that out. And lastly, but by no means least, the MJ Media Workshop Series. This is happening on September 28th at the 5-star Premier Residences of Plantation, 8500 West Sunrise Boulevard in Plantation. And you'll have presenters like Melissa Jane, Paula Scott, Julian Lee, Wendell Moore, Dr. Marcia Demas, and Steve Barrow. You definitely don't want to miss out on that. Go ahead and confirm your attendance. If you want additional information, go ahead and contact Melissa on 954-279-3893. That's 954-279-3893. Numbers that get you in touch with Melissa Jane. All right? Cool. We're going to get back into our main information in just a moment, but before I do that, let me give you a little this.
No emoji, no emoji found, no emoji, no emoji.
This is GAE.
Things are sad, there's crying eyes that I can choose. When I'm mad,
It's called No Emoji.
that I can use. And if it's cool, I throw some shades upon a face. And if surprised, there's big white eyes to put in place. A happy day could be a rainbow or a grin. It just depends on how I feel that day within. But when it comes to you, my thumbs can't sum. There's no emoji to be found for how I feel when you're around. Because you took, because you took, because you took my emojis and wound them up. Because you took my emojis and bound them up. Because you took my emojis and mashed them up. And I'm not sure how I feel if no emoji. Is it real? To celebrate, there's clapping hands and there are horns. And if frustrated, there's a face that wears a scorn. A frowning face can emphasize when I am blue. And enough pictures to describe a whole damn zoo. A happy day could be a rainbow or a grin.
I have a winner to announce later on.
How I feel that day with.
I should have announced it last night,
But when it comes to you, my thumb.
but we got carried away.
There's no emoji to be found for how I feel when you're around.
This is the latest release,
Because
courtesy of JAE. It's called No Emoji.
Because you took my emojis and wound them up. Because you took
I want to say thanks to Althea and her healing heavenly hands
up. Because you took my
for sponsoring this segment of the show.
mashed them up. And I'm not
Althea is a licensed massage therapist that comes to you
emoji. Is it real?
go ahead and give her a call, 954-655-9000. If you're in Broward County, North Miami-Dade, South Palm Beach County, she'll come to you. Table ready, oils ready. All you have to have ready is your bed when she's done. 954-655-9000 or email her at thealata@att.net. Go ahead, drop her a text, drop her an email right now. Find out whatever you want to know. All I'm telling you is that those hands work magic. Yeah? Listen, every chance I get, I call her up and I say, hey, I need to borrow your healing heavenly hands. Please lay hands on me. And when she's done, I feel like I'm on cloud 9. And it's only fitting, you know. She got them healing heavenly hands. Alright, so back to the matter at hand. Something that will actually make you feel more like you're in heaven, literally. This whole thing about vaping and asking the question, is it truly a healthy alternative? The dangers associated with vaping have grown over the years as researchers identify more and more toxins that are inhaled with each puff. This affects both the users and the bystanders. Although the industry advertises vaping as a safer alternative to combustible cigarettes, the industry standard for safer is likely not safe. Compared to combustible cigarettes with thousands of chemicals, 70 of which are known carcinogens, vaping may seem safer since the product contains fewer toxins. And so that would be the logical option if you want to move away from all these toxins, right? But there's some more things to consider. The National Academies of Sciences, Engineering and Medicine found there is conclusive evidence that in addition to nicotine, most e-cigarettes products contain and emit numerous potentially toxic substances. Now, when the products first came on the market, they were not immediately regulated by the FDA, and it was only a few years ago that they were added to the category of tobacco products. As a result, the industry grew at an alarming rate without undergoing any review process to assess safety. Pause. So, you're telling me that a product is being introduced to our society and nobody is saying, hey, let's look into the dangers of this. Nobody is saying what has been the tests. What are the tests that were done? Where are the experiments and the results from these experiments? What are the side effects? What are all these questions that typically get asked of health products? Because before something healthy gets put out on the market, they ask all these questions, right? What makes it healthy? So it seems to me, and again, I must emphasize, this is just my opinion, that no real questions were asked of this product. They just said, okay, hey, this thing is going to take off. Trust me, invest in it. You'll get some massive returns on your investment over a short period because this is the next big thing. This is the next sliced bread. And I guess they were riding that wave for a while until people started dying. and a whole lot faster than those who use traditional cigarettes. So, good idea? Bad idea? Seems more like a bad idea than anything else. In the last decade, researchers have found that flavors in vape juice damage the cardiovascular system and deliver an appalling amount of heavy metals. In one study, researchers found that 81% of the cartridges they tested contained evidence of fungi. 81%. Exposure to this impurity is associated with asthma and the reduction of lung function. Well, so cigarette makers now have an argument to say, my products you didn't find fungi in it. So I guess now your cigarette brands are saying, hey, this safer alternative is killing people a whole lot faster than cigarettes. So is it that much safer? Researchers from another study found that those who regularly smoke e-cigarettes may suffer from impaired activity of macrophages in the lungs, leading them to conclude it may damage vital immune cells. Most recently, there have been reports of an outbreak of a mysterious pulmonary disease affecting otherwise healthy individuals. Things that make you go, and with good reason. The outbreak has affected individuals in 22 states, and the number is growing quickly. However, while reports are coming into health departments across the country, a number of physicians have described earlier cases that were not reported or included in the count. So that over 200 cases? Of course, it's more. Some people have not reported the incidence of pulmonary disease or pulmonary illnesses caused by e-cigarettes. On August 23rd, 2019, the CDC reported 193 possible instances of lung illness linked to the use of e-cigarettes. By September 1, NBC News found that health departments in 50 states had reported 298 cases. CNN reported that the city of Milwaukee warned citizens to stop vaping immediately after 16 people were admitted into hospital with chemical pneumonia. The Milwaukee Health Department said that each person told them they were vaping THC products before being hospitalized. The number grew to 32 cases of lung disease, which health officials said were under investigation. You see how the numbers keep rising? So, how many people have not said anything? How many people don't have the resources to go to a hospital? How many people are hiding it from family members and close friends because they said that they don't want to feel like they made a wrong decision? Listen, swallow that pride before you go up in smoke. Yeah, before you end up being cremated. So you put on your insurance application that you don't smoke, but you do vape. And because nobody looked into vaping as such a dangerous thing, or it was not talked about, that's okay. Or maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Is there a section on the application that asks about vaping? maybe that's another question that we should ask. Do health insurance applications today have a section about vaping on it? I know typically they ask about smoking cigarettes and tobacco related products, but vaping was only recently added to tobacco products. So I don't know. Not all who were hospitalized with chemical pneumonia had been vaping THC products. And I guess that's a point to note. But does it really matter? Officials in Milwaukee warned that the link between respiratory illness and e-cigarettes was not fully understood. Well, let me ask this. How much about e-cigarettes is understood? How much is known? And of that which is known, how much has been released to the general public? Because it's one thing to know something, it's another thing to release it to the mass public, to the mass population. They proposed that residents would be safer to stop using all vape and e-cigarette products until the toxin could be identified. So it's not even an identified toxin. Nobody knows what it is. Or if they do know what it is, everybody's keeping it hush hush until they finish reaping their benefits and they can dump some stock. Seriously? So, let me ask this. For those who are in the know, the individuals who have the most to lose from e-cigarettes, or their investment, or generally the most to lose when it comes to e-cigarettes and vape and what, however it is categorized. What are they doing with their stocks right now? Maybe that's the thing to watch as it relates to more and more cases of pulmonary illness related to e-cigarettes come to the fore. What are the individuals, the executives, the stock owners, what are they doing with their investments? At a press conference, Republican Diana DeGette, sorry, not Republican, Representative Diana DeGette from Colorado, noted her state is the most popular for teen vaping. Colorado law also allows for the recreational use of marijuana. Now, it would stand to reason that if THC was the only offending agent, the teens in Colorado vaped more than any other state, and there would be more reported cases than the two that are currently under investigation. Health officials believe an individual from Illinois has been the first to die from the illness that has only recently been reported. This may mean that the number of affected who have died is higher than what is currently known. The individuals who have suffered from this condition may be left with severe lung injuries that last a lifetime. Now, this information is not as recent as the two bits of information that I presented to you before the break. Please note, please understand. But the only difference between this information and the information I presented to you before is 6 days. You see how information starts trickling out once one person starts saying something? We want everybody to say something. Everybody that knows somebody. Everybody that knows somebody that knows somebody. everybody who should be reporting something, because you hide it and there's more people at risk. So go ahead and put it out there. Let's save some lives. What are the true risks associated with e-cigarettes? Let us know. And that way, the consumers can have an informed, educated decision when they go to purchase something like this. If they're smokers and they must smoke and they want to go out there, let them make an informed, educated decision on what choice they want, what poison they choose to pick. Because they're literally picking their poison. Either it's going to be regular cigarettes or e-cigarettes or regular tobacco products and electronic tobacco products. Because like I said, more recently, e-cigarettes have been categorized under the tobacco line, the tobacco product line. So, what's it gonna be? Putting out the information or holding on to it and killing off some more people? Things that make you go, right? We're gonna take another quick little break. When we come back, we're gonna talk some more. Because there's more to talk about. You know, what are the symptoms that you're gonna be looking out for? And what do you do when those symptoms show up? You know, we need to talk about these things. We need to know these things. And when we come back from the break, those are some of the things that we're going to look at. Call a friend, tell a friend. We're on right now, the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. We'll be right back after these messages. Matthew 28:19 says, "Go ye therefore and teach all nations." With this in mind, and encouragement received during a South Florida media conference, The Church Links was birthed. The Church Links is an interdenominational worship service portal for churches, providing the tools to spread the word through technology in a cost-effective way. The Church Links, www.dahchurchlinx.com. Your links to worship and praise.
Today in school, I learned a lot. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me. In English, I learned that I'm disgusting. And in physics, I learned that I'm a loser.
Today in school,
In math,
I learned that I'm ugly
I
and
learned
useless.
that I'm trash.
And in gym,
In biology,
I learned that I'm pathetic
I learned that I'm fat
and a
and
joke.
stupid.
In history,
Today in
I learned that
school,
I'm trash.
Today in school, I learned that I have no friends. In English, I learned that I make people sick.
And in
And at lunch, I learned that I sit on my own because I smell.
and in
In chemistry, I learned that no one
In
likes me.
biology, I learned that I'm fat and stupid.
In English,
And in
I
math,
learned that I make people
I
sick.
learned that I'm trash.
The only thing I didn't learn in school today,
The only thing I didn't learn today
The only thing I didn't learn,
It's why no one ever helps.
Kids witness bullying every day. They want to help, but they don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov. A message from the Ad Council.
When being in the moment is priceless, consider the ability to share that moment. If you can video it, you can broadcast it. And Pulse E-Media Group has the tools you need. Weddings, birthdays, funerals, graduations, church services, parties, seminars, you name it. Pulse E-Media Group can provide you with a secure medium controlled by you to broadcast your event. Contact us at www.pulsemediagroup.com for more information. Pulse E-Media Group, when being in the moment is priceless.
It takes an entire village to raise a child. Hello, I'm Paul Campbell, here to talk about Palace. Peace and Love Academic Scholarship. This non-profit group supports students facing serious obstacles from entering or continuing their studies, not because the grades are failing, but due to the lack of financial support.
Over the past 8 years, Palace has awarded 600 scholarships valued at approximately 50.3 million Jamaican dollars, or 415,000 US dollars.
Together, we must build a better future for our children. Please visit www.palace1.org and make your donation to brighten the future of a deserving child. Palace, preserving young minds for posterity.
It's Christine representing for DJ Kevin. You see me, I say, I don't know the boss. You see me, I say, DJ Kevin Stew and the night shift radio show. Yo, it at the thing, turn up the thing loud. Wow, DJ Kevin Stew have the heart of a champion. Never underestimate, just choose him. The silver line behind the dark clouds. DJ Kevin Stew believe him, and that's no doubt. Salute the night shift radio show, Christine. It's a hot it up. Loud. Kill the beast.
Yes. A Carmantino, I'm making notes right now. You are locked in to DJ Kevin Stew on the night shift.
Eyes open up, I'm waking up. In a life, me not giving up. It got me close, so do it up. I just keep the walk. You can't fail if you try no way. Let God be your guide all day. Give your all every time I say. Just know you are not penny nobody. Right now while you have this today. Go all out and don't go halfway. You can't win, that is all I say. Just know you are not penny nobody. So when you're meditating, I got money, good life you're penetrating. You want go speak straight, elevating. Go hard right now, no waiting. The question is what you do today, king. You can't cheat life, that I no debating. You have to put in the work, forget the great things. All night, all day, till you see the scrapings. Ching. You can't fail if you try no way. Let God be your guide all day. Give your all every time I say. Just do you want no penny nobody. Right now while you have this today. Go all out and don't go halfway. You can't win, that is all I say. Just do you want no penny nobody. Me beg your overs when you talk. Me no mean you fi work hard. When me mean is your fi smart master. Cause some who know about what. Now see ma who know yard. Always pan guard, no sir. You fi include the master. Overstand say that a the forecaster. Get balance with God in the center. So everything you want you will get that faster. You can't fail if you try no way. Let God be your guide all day. Give your all every time I say. Just do you want no penny nobody. Right now while you have this today. Go all out and don't go halfway. You can't win, that is all I say. Just do you want no penny nobody. You can't fail if you try no way. Let God be your guide all day. Give your all every time I say. Just do you want no penny nobody. Right now while you have this today.
The sound of Caramanti.
You can't win, that is all I say. Just do you want no penny nobody.
The track is called Eyes Open Up. From her new project titled Hurt People. Nothing beats a trial but a failure. So if you're trying to quit from some of these products, the only way to fail is to really not try. Because you can't feel unless if you really try. How are you gonna really feel? You know, you ever really try to do something and just feel at it? Do you give up? No. When you're really trying, you try, and you try until you get it. That is how we ended up with a lot of the things that we use today and things that we take for granted today, like light, as in artificial light. How many tests and experiments were done before that happened? Right. So, back to the matter at hand. Welcome back. It's a night shift with DJ Kevin Stewart's Healthy Love Night. And tonight we're talking about vaping. Do you know anybody that vapes? Whether friend, family, foe, doesn't really matter. You know anybody that vape? Typically, most of us today do. Do any of them know the dangers of vaping? Do you think they know? I know I'm gonna see someone that vapes tomorrow morning, and we're going to have a discussion because I'm concerned about their well-being. But what are some of the things that you should be looking out for? The father of a 20-year-old man from southeastern Wisconsin spoke to reporters about his son's experience. The young man was a former high school athlete, he said. Last Wednesday, which would be back the first week of September, he was doing 25 to 30 pull-ups a day. On Friday, there's talk of him being intubated. And that's how quickly it goes. You know, he was speaking to reporters and he said, I was in so much pain I could barely breathe. I was feeling like I was going to die, honestly. The doctors are saying how lucky I am to be given another opportunity. My CAT scan looked like a 70-year-old's lungs. That's what they said to me. 70-year-old, a former high school athlete at age 20, had lungs looking like a 70-year-old's. In the name of what? Physicians and federal officials do not have a standardized method to report and track the condition. No clue. As reported by NBC News, some states have only recently sent alerts to healthcare providers with information to identify lung diseases related to vaping. Cases across the country include those from teens to middle-aged adults who are sick with symptoms including coughing, fatigue, and shortness of breath. Some require ventilation in an intensive care unit to support their respiratory system. Chief Medical Officer for the American Lung Association, Dr. Albert Rizzo, believes there's a commonality with individuals vaping, but is not yet been linked to any specific device or chemical. But when you're going to be finding fungi in the cartridges, you know, that's something to look into. Tests are showing the condition is not related to an infection and does not respond to antibiotics. You know, antibiotics used to be the solution to everything. Not with this. In many cases, individuals are reporting symptoms that have come on gradually, including difficulty breathing, chest pain, and shortness of breath. Others have reported vomiting, diarrhea, fevers, and fatigue. It sounds like the flu, doesn't it? Know anybody that has been sick recently with flu-like symptoms and they vape? Something to look into, look out for. Something to question. For Maddie Nelson of Nephi, Utah, Her symptoms developed over several months. She was diagnosed with eosinophilic pneumonia. I've never heard of that type of pneumonia. Eosinophilic pneumonia, and placed in a medically induced coma. Although she is on the road to recovery, she still needs oxygen support overnight. What? How old is Maddie? Dr. Robin Deterding is chief of pediatric pulmonary medicine at Children's Hospital in Colorado. In a news conference, she talked about the condition and the probable history. She said, "We believe, looking back through our cases, that we probably have seen this in the past. I think we're going to learn that different variations and degrees of these conditions have been present before. We've actually seen some of these biopsies and they look different based upon what inhalant is coming into the lungs. When you heat a substance, you release chemicals. This is a chemistry experiment that you keep inhaling." Now, when you're going to put it like that, this is a chemistry experiment. Doctors believe there have been warning signs that vaping is hazardous to your health, but without a standardized method of reporting conditions, it seems to have fallen through the cracks. Kaiser Health News reports that it was about 2 years ago when Dr. Laura Crotty Alexander of the University of California, San Diego, saw this for the first time. So, back in 2017. I wonder how many people have died since then. Unreported. I was going to say unrelated, but no. Unreported cases. She suspected a link to vaping, but did not report it as there was no pathway for doing so. Mounting evidence points to significant dangers behind vaping and the risks associated with each use. Dr. John Parker of West Virginia University said it was in 2015 that he first saw a patient with pneumonia related to vaping. 2015, 4 years ago. No avenue, no standardized method of reporting it. So you need a standardized method to report these things. Don't you just go ahead and report them? Unfortunately, the risks are only now becoming more publicized. Now, while Juul recommends consumers do their own research on products, that's the ultimate way, the ultimate disclaimer right there. Oh, go ahead and do your own research. Many of the ingredients in their vape juice are protected as trade secrets. In more ways than one, vaping does in fact become a chemistry experiment you undertake with your own life. See, again, this comes back to this whole proprietary information thing, the trade secrets. So we can't tell you what it is because it's a trade secret. Hey, tell me something. How many of the makers of these products use them? Consumers, ask that question. Take a look into that. So you go out there and you're going to buy your cigarettes, whether they're conventional cigarettes or they're e-cigarettes. How many of the makers of these products actually use them? Have you seen them use them? It's like a drug dealer. How many drug dealers do you see using their drugs? But they're making sure that you get your supply. And yeah, I'm going to put it out there like that, because we know that it exists. Let's open another can of worms while we're at it. How many doctors you know with children vaccinate them the same way that they're recommending that you get your children vaccinated? it's no different from this. So, despite growing documentation of the dangers of inhaling the chemical cocktail in vape juice, which teenagers find enticing because of the flavors, and it's the cool thing, based on advertising, of course, the vaping industry insists the product is safe to use and is not aimed at teen users. But look at advertising and tell me what you see. Juul Labs, who owns 76% of the market share, has said publicly that vaping should be limited to adults who want to quit smoking. Yeah, it'll definitely get you to quit smoking. And everything else. Chances are it will put you on a respirator in what, 3 to 5 years? If not put you in the ground. So this claim now is called into question, because as flavors, colors, and packaging are considered attractive to teens, who also may be drawn in when told they shouldn't vape. In testimony before Congress, 17-year-old Caleb Mintz stated that a representative was at his school as a part of a mental health seminar where teachers were not present. At just 17, Mintz cut to the chase on Juul's marketing tactics. I believe the presenter was sending mixed messages by saying Juul was totally safe and following up every totally safe statement with, but we don't want you as customers. I believe that the presenter was playing on the rebellious state of teens, where when teens are told not to do something, they are more likely to do it. Listen, when you talk about playing mind games, marketing is one of the biggest mind game there is out there. So you go to a school full of teens and say, hey, this product is safe. It's definitely safer than cigarettes. We don't want you going out there smoking cigarettes. But we don't want you getting these either. But here are the flavors. We put out this new flavor, this new mango banana flavor recently, and it's like the real thing. But we don't want you trying it. Why are you telling them then? Internally, Juul maintained a division to present school programs. They put into place a sophisticated social media campaign to promote their product online to young people. Documents obtained by the subcommittee showed Juul hired a group to find 280 influencers in the Los Angeles and New York area to seed Juul product to over the course of 3 months. In a second contract, Juul sought to secure social media influencers with at least 30,000 followers to attend launch events and establish a network to leverage their influence. Each puff from a Juul delivers more nicotine than other e-cigarettes. Their products also involve patent Juul salts technology to reduce throat discomfort. What is in these Juul salts? How do they react to being burnt? What is the byproduct of who answers these questions? Now, this combination of strategies specifically addresses vulnerabilities in the teen population, making them a target to build a new customer base as the number of those using traditional cigarettes decline. Again, Who asking the questions and who answering them? Where are the answers to these questions? What are in these salts, these jewel salts, patented to soothe your throat? So they're saying that it's liquid, it's vapor honey. What is this? Addiction at a young age leaves teens with no good treatment options for quitting. This is because the product is specifically designed to increase users' risks of becoming addicted. Children as young as 11 have become addicted, and medical science has not yet come up with a treatment option that is safe at their age. 11. How do 11-year-olds get vape? Get e-cigarettes? In addition to a problem with treatment, teens and young adults are suffering with respiratory conditions related to the habit. As Milwaukee urges residents to stop vaping, the CDC and FDA recommend, among other actions, that people consider refraining while they investigate. You see the choice of words? If you're addicted to cigarettes or e-cigarettes and you want to take control of your health and quit the habit, then you're going to smoke something else with products that you don't know the ingredients of. You don't know how they react to being burned. You don't know anything like that. But because it is marketed well, you're going to jump on it because, hey, they said it's in a commercial. So my question then becomes, what is the alternative to the alternative? What is the alternative to? So e-cigarettes are the alternative to regular cigarettes. What is the alternative to e-cigarettes? Well, one recommendation is replace cigarettes with water. Does holding a cigarette or vaporizer seem like second nature at this point in your life? So you have your cigarette or your vaporizing device. It becomes a habit. You want to have something in your hand. Switch it out with a glass of ice water. If you have a tendency to smoke or vape right after getting up in the morning, water is a good alternative. Water consumption is nothing like smoking or vaping when it comes to your health. In fact, it could be considered an exact opposite. Water can rev up your metabolism and eliminates toxins from your body. It also prevents you from suffering from chronic dehydration. Smoking and vaping, they don't give you that. Stretching is another alternative. Stretching in the morning is a positive benefit to your mental state and is an excellent activity for your physical condition as well. So stretching minimizes bodily inflammation and reduces your blood pressure, and you want to aim to maintain individual stretches for 20 to 30 seconds. This type of stretching now, when done daily, will revitalize you. And it may actually reduce your desire to get a cigarette, either whether it be conventional or electronic. People who smoke or vape are often responding to the urge to do something with their mouths. Typically, smokers have an oral fixation. So they have to have something in their mouth. And if you believe that you are one of these individuals in that category, you may want to think about snacking on fresh carrot sticks. If you want to hold it like a cigarette and chomp on it, that's fine. But get carrot sticks and have them fresh so you get that crunch. Keeping your mouth occupied with a healthy snack can stop you from picking up cigarettes. Carrots are remarkably nutritious. Carrots have been shown to enhance eyesight. So even if you're a weed smoker and it's good for your glaucoma, carrot is better. They can also help stop infections, boost skin health, and protect you from cardiovascular disease. So, you want some alternatives? Try those. What do you have to lose from these alternatives? Seriously, what do you have to lose? And I think that would be the better alternative for everybody. What, you're gonna get sick from secondhand carrot consumption? Only if you have an allergic reaction and it causes flatulence. So I think these alternatives are a more suitable alternative to anything else that you can think of. Why not go for it? Why not try it out? What do you have to lose? Anything? Anything you can think of? No. All right. That's what I thought. I want to say thanks to JTMC for sponsoring the previous segment.
There goes my heart.
And we're going to be rolling into our musical therapy now, right?
I'm losing my sleep.
But big ups to JTMC. They take care of your tour management needs, your bookings, your promotions, your event management, your social media management, your entertainment. JTMC Enterprise. Get them a link. 678-793-8800. You can visit them online at jtmcenterprise.com. As we get into our musical therapy, this is Little Kirk. The track is called You Are the Reason.
There goes my heartbeat. You are the reason I'm losing my sleep. Please come back.
say thanks to GMAT Music Solutions for sponsoring our musical therapy. GMAT Music Solution brings your event to life. They provide sound and stage production services, musicians, DJs, bands, audio engineers, audio equipment, singers. Give them a call. They have the connection that you are looking for. And the combination 754-307 GMAC 754-307-4622 or visit them at gmatmusicsolutions.com.
Just to be with you when things what is wrong. Oh, 'cause I need you to
Oh yeah.
It's a good day. Ain't nothing gonna stop my stride or broke my vibe. All of that can go to him.
New music from Korik.
My mind that I'm living my best life.
It's called Good Day.
Every day I'm up
This is the side that we really want to stay on, you know. Because every day above ground is a good day.
Every day above ground is a good day. Instead of fight and quarrel and complain, give thanks and praise is what you should say. Cause every day above ground is a good day. And every day above ground is a good day. Instead of fight and quarrel and complain, give thanks and praise is what you should say. Cause every day above ground is a good day. Blessings step on me everywhere I go. Just shining sunlight through my window. Him say give thanks for life.
Speaking of a good day,
One knows tomorrow.
I want to say congratulations to Melissa Jane,
Every breath I breathe is a blessing.
who actually won our competition, letting us know the region that is covered by Althea with her healing heavenly hands. You know, I really like it when people that are close participate in things that we're doing. I love it even more when the ones who are new win. But hey, it's an equal opportunity thing. And Melissa Jane participated and she won the free massage courtesy of Althea and her healing heavenly hands courtesy of Althea SU. So congratulations to you, Melissa Jane, and use your massage wisely. Okay, you can gift it if you choose, or you can get it and just gloat about it. The choice is yours.
It's a good day.
And that will be a really good day.
My vibe, all of that can go to him. I already made up my mind that I'm living my best life.
Congratulations again, Melissa Jane.
Every day above ground. Cause every day above ground is a good day. Instead of fight and quarrel and complain, give thanks and praise is what you should say. Cause every day above ground is a good day. And every day above ground is a good day. Instead of fight and quarrel and complain, give thanks and praise is what you should say. Cause every day above ground is a good day. Blessings step on me everywhere I go. Just shining sunlight through my window. Him say give thanks for life today because no one knows tomorrow. So I give thanks, no time for stressing. Every breath I breathe is a blessing. Respect to you, Jah. I'm confessing you're on it. I'm not guessing, cause every day above ground is a good day. Instead of fight and quarrel and complain, give thanks and praise is what you should say. Cause every day above ground is a good day. And every day
I don't blame you, Melissa.
day. Instead of fight and quarrel and complain, give
It's okay, sis.
is what you should say. Cause every day above ground is a good day. Got no time to be hateful.
You earned it.
So much to be grateful for.
You use it.
I have your plate full, but from your living and breathing, stay cheerful and give thanks and learn this lesson. Every breath we breathe is a blessing. Respect to you, Jah. I'm confessing you're on things. I'm not guessing, cause every day above ground is a good day. Instead of fight and quarrel and complain, give thanks and praise is what you should say. Cause every day above ground is a good day. And every day above ground is a good day. Instead of fight and quarrel and complain, give thanks and praise is what you should say. Cause every day above ground is a good day.
So I have some brand new music that I got just last night. 20 minutes to the top of the hour, 20 minutes before we get out of here. I got some brand new music that I want to share with you. New music from someone that I've been back and forth with about coming on the show on the night shift on a Monday night, and I'm working on it. And I know you guys would love to hear from him. And here it is. Brand new music from Daville working out with Stone Boy. It's called Broke Out.
Is I wanna be the girl, Daville, Stone Boy.
If you're sexy one more time, girl, me swear, say me never leave you. Everybody locked in, but you ain't got me swear, me locked in too. Your body, me love how you move. Me woulda say no all night right now, baby girl. I look for you, the way you go down, so yeah. Oh, you way so like right now when I change, squeeze the shit. Pull up on more time. My selector rewind, wine. Snapchat never ready. Folks in the world broke out. She broke out. Yeah. She have her legs and she banana. Pass me phone on me, boy. She broke out. Put on a private show for me. Yeah. Wind down for me.
Put it on me, now put it on me. The way you wine, girl, I make me honey. No wonder you want me only. Me, I go put it on you, give me more money. Hey. You got the things for your body. Beautiful gifts from my baby. Baby, you go killing me one day. To me, the got of the Monday. Baby, I wonder to figure out what you are. Baby, you know me and the wonder, now me don't take you far. Baby, say I wonder to figure out what you are. Baby, say you killing me slowly.
She broke out. Yeah. She have her legs and she
It's called Broke Out. Daville featuring Stone Boy.
She broke out. Turn a private show for me. Yeah. Wind down for me. She have her legs and she banana. You sit there wine right there, baby girl, just put it on me. Take time with the wine, baby girl, just make me on. You hotter, yeah. Boy, girl, you don't know matter. Everywhere your body go, me to wine, them a look, yeah. You go, man. How far would you go from? When we are both on the ground, just leave the Chanel on me. Take a next selfie. Feel your body next to me. Don't hold back, just be free. And go for me. She broke out. Yeah. She have my legs and she banana. Pass me phone on me, boy. She broke out. Tell her baby show me. Wind down for me.
Looking at the way you groove, but I don't understand no God can make you feel the way.
This is the Anthem Band.
I know what I need and now I ain't trying to let this.
I like the way you move.
What I'm trying to tell you is that I want you, baby. I like the way you move, yeah. Sexy thing you do,
I'm glad you like it, Mel. How you doing? Wild Tree representing.
Just the way you want, boo. I just wanna show you. I like the Good love for sure, baby. I like the way it flow, darling. Especially how you pause, baby. Doing that for me, oh. Good love for sure, baby. I like the way it flow, darling. Especially how you pause, baby. Doing that for me, oh. Baby girl, I wanna know the deal. Really don't care if the sign and seal. All I can see is you and me. Baby girl, that's what it's supposed to be. Tell you the truth, man, I'm gonna tell you no lie. Really wanna slide up between them thighs. I sure do like the way you move. Baby girl, I like the way you move.
Sexy thing you do. Oh, oh, oh. I like the way you move. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sexy little thing you do. Oh, oh, oh. I like the way you move.
You don't know, say me love it. You don't know, say me love it.
Gotta take it down just a little bit. You know, we kind of have to wrap it up. Let's change the mood. Let's calm you down a little bit. Okay, Melissa, relax.
By someone greater than ourselves.
This is reggae music icon Ed Robinson. I told y'all before. Tunes on top of tunes on top of tunes from Ed Robinson. This one is called If You're Looking for God.
You don't have to look that far. In the daytime, see the sun. At nights, look at the stars. You're looking for God. You don't have to look that far. In the daytime, see the sun. At nights, look at the stars. Some people look for God inside of churches. Some people search for God inside their souls. Some people look for God outside a statue.
So tell you what. For musical therapy tomorrow night, I'm gonna give you those 2 tracks again, and I'm gonna add one more to it.
Some people even
Alright? You have my word.
even animals. So if you're looking for him,
I'm gonna give you Broke Out
simple way.
by DeVille and Stone Boy. I'm gonna give you I Like the Way You Move, Anthem Band. And I'm gonna give you a track by Hezron.
In the daytime, see the sun.
So, Melissa,
Look at the stars.
you'll be dancing for just a little while longer.
You don't have to look that far.
Because I know you were over there dancing.
Daytime, see the sun. At nights, look at the stars.
Once again, this is Ed Robinson. Track called If You're Looking for God.
Yes. You don't have to look that far. See the lightning, hear the thunder. Just look at the ocean. That's God. Who do you think created? See the mountains, see the valley. Feel that even breathe.
This is new music from Jadan. Released just yesterday. It's called Truth. Mr. Congo Bongo himself.
People things tell me why you want. If it have a ulterior motive and it's no secret, me come here so fi speak it to everyone. Me come fi reveal it. No more, me now hold no secret. Tell us the truth. Don't need no defense, no way. Why you want defend yourself when you know say a lie you a tell? The truth, no call for no argument.
I don't think truer words have been recently presented. The truth needs no defense.
I go bring up a reaction. Why you want to play the victim when you know what you do be wrong? You know it hurt me, 'cause you could have killed me. Have you as a brother so close to me? You should have never be. Tell me why you want to change me energy. Why you want to see the enemy? As long as you have life, you are gonna live to see the best of me. Tell us the truth. Don't need no defense, no way. Why you want to defend yourself when you don't say a lie you want to tell? The truth, no call, no argument, no way. So why you want to hype up yourself when you don't say a lie you want to tell? You don't say a lie you want to tell. A song for you want to sell. The fire it a burn red, red. You don't say a lie you want to tell. A song for you want to sell.
Looking at the beautiful sunshine,
This is a Twiggerific one.
finding thoughts of you cloud my mind.
Twiggy with her latest release, Incapable.
I never understand why were you so unkind. So glad I didn't give you my love. Years gone by. So glad I didn't give you my touch. It never ever crossed my mind. But glad you showed me the sign was incapable of love. I did not want to get into your way of your relationship. Boy, that's all you have to say. You're playing hide and seek when I'm around. Maybe you did not trust yourself. You avoided me when I'm down. So glad I didn't give you my love. Years gone by. So glad I didn't give you my love. It never ever crossed my mind. So glad you showed
Kevin Stew.
It's been a while I've seen you smile.
For all the Hezites.
Makes me wonder what's been on your mind.
It's a Hezron doesn't hurt anyone. The track is called So In Love.
We used to chill and play for a while. Maybe I've been a little occupied.
4 minutes to go.
To keep you smiling, babe, I gotta hustle over time.
I'll see if I can squeeze in one more.
Seems to me you wanna ask me if my love is true. Just in case you are wondering, make no mistakes about my feelings for you. And I'm so in love with you. Yes, I'm so. All I do for you. Everything I do. I'm so in love with you. Baby, I swear this is the truth. All I do for you. Maybe I could spend more time with you, babe. Maybe I could have told you more times that I do, babe. Maybe I could again kiss you more, yeah. Just to show you my love for you is secure. Baby, I'd walk 100,000 miles just to keep you happy and satisfied, baby. Whoa. Now it seems to me you wanna ask me if I still do, yeah. Just in case you were wondering, made no mistakes about my feelings, baby. I'm so in love with you, and this way I feel. All I do for you. Say I'm so in love with you. Baby, this is the truth. All I do for you, baby.
So as I get on out of here and I make my way to my bed, I want to encourage you guys to join me tomorrow night, Real Talk Wednesday, where we close out the night shift week. It's Marlon's favorite night shift show, Real Talk. And as usual, we're guaranteed to have an excellent discussion. So call a friend, tell a friend, jump on in, come join us, and let's chit chat and talk it out, as in talk out the rest of the night shift week. But for tonight, as I get ready, I hear the call. This is Gramps Morgan. It's called Come Back to Bed. Sheets and pillow, I'm coming.
Still is the life.
Thank you all for tuning in. This is where I bounce on out. Take care until next time. Have a good morning, good day, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in the world. Take care. Until later. 10 p.m. Eastern, right here, kevinstew.com. I'm out.
And your footsteps are down the hall. Yeah. So tell me what I did. I can't find the moment where we went wrong at all. No, 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 no. You can be mad in the morning. Oh, baby, I'll take back what I said. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Just don't leave me alone here. It's cold, baby. Come back to bed. Baby, come back.
priceless? Consider the ability to share that moment. If you can video it, you can broadcast it. And Pulse E-Media Group has the tools you need. Weddings, birthdays, funerals, graduations, church services, parties, seminars, you name it. Pulse E-Media Group can provide you with a secure medium controlled by you to broadcast your event. Contact us at www.pulseemediagroup.com for more information. Pulse E-Media Group, when being in the moment is priceless.